Everybody, we're all comfy and cozy, and this will be the first video in a new collection of videos that I want to do about kind of work motivation, self-motivation, self-love, and essentially being able to obtain what it is you're meant to do and your dreams without holding yourself back with a lot of the bullshit that comes along with the atmosphere around us, whether it is your parents or your friends or even your partner that's telling you, you can't. The important thing for you to understand, in my opinion, the most important thing to acknowledge is that you are the one in control. No matter your circumstances, no matter what's going on in your life, you are in control of what you decide to do with your life. Their opinions are not the ones that are in control. And I'm not talking about extra circumstances like a horrific death or a trauma, or the financial stress, these things that can come and go and ebb and wane and will come in and just attack your life and essentially make it seem like nothing else is possible. Things like depression, real chemical imbalances that you cannot control and you can't, deep breathe through, or you can't meditate through. I mean, these are things that are out of your control. What I'm talking about, though, is your inability to take the things that you want to do and press go. I'm talking about the hovering hand over that go button that you have. I'm not talking about these big life things that will and can get in the way and challenge you during this journey. I'm talking about just the fact that you haven't pressed go yet. You are the only person holding yourself back. And maybe it's the fear of failure, but it's important to understand one, no one gets good at what they're doing not practicing. You cannot be lead on your soccer team. You can be the best soccer player in the world if you never go out to the field and you practice. The more that you do something, the more comfortable it's going to be for you and the more obtainable those goals are going to be. I was terrified of talking at a camera. Terrified. And what I did is I sat down and I made myself do a little bit of it every single day until it became second nature for me. And then at that point, you've obtained whatever that goal is and you can continue on. So say you want to write a book. You're not going to write a book if you're not writing. And the only person keeping you from writing is yourself. Not your schedule, not your family, not your friends. It's yourself and your own doubts. It's important to understand that you're never going to be able to see if it's something that's obtainable, if you're never going to start. One of the biggest things people think is that you have to gain success at something you want to do right away. No, that's wrong. Take a look at how many people take decades to obtain their goals. And I'm not saying this to dissuade you or to make you feel a bit discouraged. I mean, you may be of the belief that you have to obtain your goals right away. What I recommend doing is making a list of the things that you want to do. And I'm talking hobbies, jobs, interests, things like if you want to write a book, write down writing. If you want to start a YouTube channel or Twitch channel or stream, write that down. If you want to go back to school or do continued education, write that down. If you want to travel and do these things, write it down. Then look at that big list you've got of the things that you would like to do, or maybe it's a small list. Either way, this is about what you want, not about the expectation. Then look at those and try to find a way where you can contribute to each of those goals every single day. This is about the slow and steady game. I am sitting here uploading a video once every single day for that slow grind to build this channel so that I can reach people with my different messages. And that is not something that would be obtainable if I sat down and I did one a month, or if I refused to do it whatsoever. Keep in mind, no matter how slow you're going or how fast you're going, consistency is very important. But also understanding that things really don't happen overnight. No matter how fast you're moving, the process itself might still be slow. So what I like to try to do is I look at that goal and I break it down into something and in some way that I can go towards. So if you have continued education, maybe you listen to a 30-minute to an hour podcast every single day that is towards that the topic of education that you wish to pursue. So I might look up podcasts on sex education or articles on it and pledge that every morning when I wake up, I'm going to just read one article or listen to one podcast. That may not be enough to consider me an expert after a certain amount of time, but it is better than not touching it altogether. If you're wanting to write a book, sit down and allow yourself a writing sprint every day. Time yourself for 30 minutes and see how many words you can get during that amount of time. Whether the words are considered trash to you or not, those are words on a document that you didn't have before and progress towards a goal that you didn't do. And if you do that every single day, you are going to have your novel in 6 months to a year. You're going to actually finish something that you started. So even though it's slow and you're only putting minimal time into it, it's okay to do that as long as you're working towards your goals and there's that forward momentum. A lot of people may say, it's not good to multitask. You should put all of your energy 100% into your goals and dreams. Sometimes that's not realistic. Sometimes we go through really, really difficult days and hard times, and we're exhausted, and we can't even fix our hair, take a shower, or change out of our pajamas. But we still can make the time to sit down and make that video, or write that story, or clean that part of your house in the big organizational spree that you're wanting to go on, or perhaps to learn a bit of French that day, 5 to 10 minutes of French, 5 to 10 minutes of meditation, and it even can go on to obviously your personal goals, like if you want to get more in shape. Putting in that little bit of time may not seem like a lot, but if you're doing it consistently over time, you will build your empire. A metaphor that I like to use, or a circumstance, imagine that you are at one end of a long, long, hot, dusty road, and it's muggy, and you're looking all the way at the end of that road, and it looks like hell. This is a terrible road. The mere thought of walking along that road in the heat, in the clothes that you're in, is just killing you. But you know at the end of that road, there's your ride. There's a car that's going to come and pick you up. Now, somebody's getting in that car, and they are driving straight towards you. No matter what, something in life is going to hit you. Now, are you going to just sit at the end of the road and wait for that car to come pick you up? Or are you going to start walking towards it and meet it halfway, meet it closer? You need to get up and you need to move. And it may seem like hell walking along there, but if you want to get picked up faster by the car, you need to start freaking moving. Otherwise, you're just going to sit there and hope that it finds you and picks you up. You've got to get up and go. And I know that the little metaphor may not make sense to a lot of people. In my head, it's something that I like to think on. It's something that I like to kind of go back to, is the idea that, you know what, I'm going to get picked up a lot faster if I start walking in the direction of my driver. And that's something that I think it's really important to understand. So no matter where you are in life, if you have dreams and aspirations and for some reason you have been having a hell of a time pressing go, understand that not only is this something that is very, very common, but that there's nothing wrong with you. It's just that you've yet to go for it. And it's important to understand that, again, success does not happen overnight. Think of it as the slow game. Make your list. And start pursuing these each and every day until they become something. Because really, truly, if you put a little bit of your energy into something, it will amaze you how much you will get done and how much you have time for, even with a very, very busy schedule. You've got to stay kind to yourself and your goals and your expectations, but you also have to stay firm in understanding that although it might feel nice to blow off plans or blow off a workout or blow off that strategic time you've placed down to start achieving your goals, it doesn't feel as good as actually achieving your dreams. And like this channel, this YouTube channel for me was one that I never thought would ever take off. And I still made videos every single day despite thinking, man, imposter syndrome. You know, this is you're a fake, you're a phony, you don't know what you're talking about. And I kept doing it every single day, and now we've reached 14 million views and 100,000 subscribers, and it would not have happened if I didn't sit down and put a little bit of time into it each and every day and really activated my dreams. So I hope that this helps you press start on your goals. I hope you make your list. I hope you find a way to break down that list into daily tasks that you can do in less than 30 30 minutes. I really truly hope that you start your journey. I will be doing a lot more of these videos breaking down how to do what I'm doing, ways that you can relax an anxious mind and work with bouts of depression and anxiety, and also just overall motivation, so that you can do what you want to do in your life, because I really want to see you succeed, and I know you want to see yourself succeed, even if it might not feel that way right now. So don't forget to subscribe. Even if you're not a fan of the reviews, we'll be doing a lot more education-based sort of videos and vlogs in the future, and I really do hope that you find that you enjoy them. So thank you all so much again. I'm Tani Soren, and this is some information about pressing go, because only you are fully in control of your expectations for yourself and the promise of your future. So don't waste another moment. Get started. I'm so excited to see what you accomplish. Thank you all so much.